There's no denying that when we love someone, we want to take care of them. We want to be there for them, make their lives easier, and protect them when any danger appears. It's a beautiful reaction for sure, one that makes others feel special, like they have a savior. But here's the thing, you cannot save everyone. You're not God or Jesus to be doing it constantly, because if you're here, I'm sure you are. And at the end of the day, who's doing the same for you? No one, right? Obviously, this whole video doesn't apply to your children if you have them. That's an entire different topic. But if you're the one who's constantly carrying and solving issues that are not your own, without receiving the same back, you need to stop. I get that it might be your way of showing love or whatever, yet it gets so exhausting and overwhelming because one moment you're happy watching a show and the next one you're having a panic attack out of desperation because you don't know how to help them. You cannot live like that. It's so draining to be in a constant state of alarm that doesn't bring you any peace, and it only ruins your mental health, making you emotionally unstable to the point where you only see value in yourself when you're being useful. However, your value will never be defined based on how useful you are or how much you're giving to others. The only one who can define your value is you, because most things in this life are subjective, so that's why people shouldn't have the right. They can't, since everyone has different ways of seeing life due to their own experiences. You always have to carry a high perception of yourself, and a positive one, but that's related to self-love, and I have a whole video about that topic, so if you feel like you need to, go check it out after this one. Just saying. Going back to the main point, unless you're a psychologist or a psychiatrist, which means you're a professional specialized in helping others, you shouldn't make their lives your responsibility for your own sake. Sure, you can listen to them, support them, and help in what you can do, but do not drown yourself for them, especially if you're not receiving the same. You didn't come to this earth to save others and neglect yourself. You can provide the tools or guidance, but you cannot try to do the work for them, because you have to be your own savior. You're the one you need to protect, save, and prioritize no matter what, and that's not being selfish at all. Considering that if you're not in a good place physically, mentally, and spiritually, you cannot be there for others properly without harming or losing yourself. It's not easy to begin embodying that mindset, because most of the time we feel guilty, right? Like, why should I do this, which is good for me, if they feel bad? Or if I don't help them, they are gonna feel bad or be mad at me. But it's not your fault that they are in a certain situation. You didn't put them in that situation, you didn't make them feel that way. So don't blame yourself for not solving the issue, or don't think you're a bad person for not doing enough or not doing anything at all. In fact, sometimes the healthiest thing for you is removing yourself from their lives, even if they are still in a bad emotional situation. And that might make you the bad guy in the eyes of a lot of people. But those who actually decide to see things from your perspective and understand how that has affected you will get it. I talked about this in my video about self-love, but I grew up in an environment where self-love and self-acceptance were non-existent, which made me believe that it was normal to hate yourself, especially your body. One of the many things that helped me start changing that perspective and my own self-perception was taking distance from my whole family. I only interact with my mother every day. I love that woman. And the rest of my family, I don't talk to them. And that allowed me to heal so many things. At first, I even felt guilty for feeling good and healing. But I realized eventually that you cannot force someone to see when they don't want to. So I continue moving forward for myself. And I feel great. There was also this girl who I met during my time studying digital design. We weren't real friends. She didn't care about me and I knew that. But we spent a lot of time together because we worked well for projects. This girl was so negative, and I don't blame her. She had a really difficult life, but she rejected any help, any recommendations, any sweet comments. And at a certain point, once we finished college, I didn't know how to help her anymore. Despite the fact that I knew that she didn't care about me at all. but I always felt inclined towards helping others, so I wanted to do something. But I was just 19 back then. I'm about to turn 21 now. I'm not a mental health professional. I can do things to a certain extent, and she rejected any help, professional or not. So I ended up realizing that what was best for me was removing myself from her life, and that's what I did. And I felt awful doing it. I felt guilty and like a villain. But we have limits to what we can do, and that's okay. Because we're always gonna be the villain in someone's story anyway, so we might as well keep doing what's best for us. If you're still watching this, I'm sure you resonated with everything or most things I said, so do me and yourself a favor and start making some changes. Set boundaries, cut people off if you have to, and take care of yourself the way that you do it for others. It might feel terribly wrong at first, but sometimes the best decisions for you are the ones that feel the worst. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Don't forget to subscribe, to leave a like, to leave a comment telling me your thoughts, your feelings, and follow me on social media. I always forget to say that. I have Instagram and TikTok. I'm very active on Instagram, so go follow me there because I think I'm kind of funny. And without anything else to add, we will see each other this Sunday. Love y'all, and bye-bye. Amazing. You shouldn't, I thought it. Schizophrenia. Tools or guide. Considering that I cannot believe this.